It's my first. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to be part of this conference, and I'm very happy to be exactly in this panel, She, the leader, and the digital she. Why? Because I'm representing the Ministry of Labor and Social Policy in a very special moment, the Bulgarian presidency. One of our key priorities in our presidency is women in the digital world. Bulgaria, based to EU statistics, I have prepared a short presentation. Maybe there is a way to show it. According to European statistics, Bulgaria is a kind of a leader in the participation of women in the ITC sector. The EU average percentage is 16%, and Bulgaria is a leadership with 30% participation of women in the ITC sector. And the good news is also that there is no pay gap between men and women in that sector. That's why we thought that on European level we should first acknowledge the Bulgarian experience, and then thinking about the future and thinking about all the policies that are also priorities for us, working life balance policies and better participation of women in the labor market. We can put that on the table of European ministers of different formats and trying to find good solutions. Let me also share with you some figures. Why we have decided to talk about more and why women should be more engaged in the ITC sector. According to a study that was made by the European Institute for Gender Equality for the Bulgarian presidency, the forecast by 2020 showed that more than 500,000 ITC specialists will be needed on European level. Only 70% of all the ITC specialists around the world are women. The EU is facing difficulties in responding to increasing the shortages of ITC specialists and filling vacancies requiring digital skills. Why we think that we can support women to have better participation in the ITC sector? First, because it's a way of providing more flexibility. ITC specialists have more flexible working hours. So for women that take care of dependents and take care of children, care more about families, it's more important to have flexible working hours. Also, if we compare ITC sector with health sector or with other professions, typical hours are less common, so which means that women can predict their working hours and can have better work-life balance. Also, according to this study, women tend to work in more gender-diverse environment, so that's why they're more flexible to work in the ITC sector. The ITC sector, compared to also health sector, for example, or other professions, has a little bit less percentage of gender pay gap, which is 13% in the ITC sector, like the average in the other profession is 33%. Among health professionals, it's 26%, so it's a good motive for having more participation in women in the ITC sector. Also, we should think what to do, because still girls are not very much attracted to the ITC sector. So when we talk about what are our challenges, is to first acknowledge the fact that there is a good opportunity for girls to have better participation, to provide good backgrounds for developing skills working in the ITC sector, and also to find the good legislation solutions on national level and on European level for improving the work-life balance. That's why, as a horizontal priority, we have also put on our table the work-life balance directive as one of the key dossiers of the Bulgarian presidency, that we should obtain a general approach by all member states till June. Because this directive aims at higher participation of women and providing more flexible hours, providing more flexible legislation for better participation in the labor market. I'm really eager to hear the other presentations, because me, as a politician, as a woman, I think that one of our big aims should be to try and to acknowledge the leaders, women, and to acknowledge the girls that want to deal in the ITC sector, because it's a good way to have better participation and a good way to have high incomes and better balancing of the family life and the professional career. Thank you.